Good evening, everybody. Well, we reached the halfway point of the 1979 Cricket World Cup being played in Sri Lanka on Brian Lara Cricket on PlayStation today. This is match 15 of the tournament. The Group 1 encounter between Pakistan and India at Kandy. This was the match everyone was looking forward to. It promised to be an absolute cracker between two evenly matched sides. Pakistan looking for their second consecutive win in this World Cup. India looking for the win that would have took them into the quarterfinals. Will make them the second team to qualify for the World Cup quarterfinals here in Sri Lanka, and it would have given them their first ever win against major test playing opposition. And this was the outcome of what was a terrifically entertaining game in Kandy. And this is the final outcome. The toss was won by Pakistan, and they elected to bat on a hard, flat pitch. A really good pitch, a lot better than some of the pitches that we've seen recently. It wasn't overly dry, and they made a magnificent 281 for 7 from their 50 overs, their highest total of the tournament, their second highest total of the tournament. They were absolutely terrific. I mean, that scorecard, there was 3 run-outs towards the end of the innings, but you can't really blame Pakistan for that. Really, 25 from Majid Khan, who just keeps on getting starts, but unfortunately he's doesn't seem to be able to go on and get past 20s and 30s, but really set it up nicely. 47 for Sadiq Mohammed, failed to get a third 50 in a row. 7 for Harun Rashid. 32 for a very quick fire 32 from Javed Mindrad. 22 for the captain, Asif Iqbal. He ran himself out, 22 of 20 deliveries. 12 for Madassa Nazar. The wicketkeeper, Wasim Bari, didn't even have to face a ball. And a quick fire, 25 of 25 deliveries for Imran Khan, who continued his good form of the bat. But look at that score. 105 of 120 deliveries for Zaheer Abbas. His first century in World Cup cricket. His 7th one-day international 100 and the second century of this tournament. And only the second century by a Pakistani batsman in this World Cup. Absolutely terrific performance as they made 281 for 7 from them 50 overs. Very, very sorry state of affairs. The most concerning thing is that they've opened the bowling with Kapil Dev in the opening 2 games of the tournament, and obviously they got Holland out for 158, and they got reduced Bangladesh to 188 for 9 from their 50 overs, and won by 106 runs against them the other day. But Kapil Dev did not come on till the 20th over, and they opened with Mohammad Amanaf, although he took 2 for 47, and has moved on to become the joint leading wicket taker with 8 wickets in 3 games, alongside Imran Khan and Mike Hendrick. Imran Khan of Pakistan and Mike Hendrick of England. But 1 for 49 for Bishin Bedi was very, very tidy. 64 for 1 for Kasharan Garavi. 60 for 0 for Kapil Dev, who was absolutely muddled all over the place. But the captain, Sharif Venkakaran, was unresponsive at all and went for 60 runs as well from his 10 overs. He had a really sorry match. Probably one of the worst matches that a captain could probably ever have, because you'll see in a moment the response. Response from India. India kept going at 5 and over at one stage, so they were still in touching distance, but Pakistan showed that they've got the better back bowling side. We said at the start of the match that it will be between the 2 different bowling sides. India have only but one really fast bowler in Kapil Dev, and Pakistan obviously brought back Sarfraz Nawaz to devastating effect. Scorecard 10 for 33 deliveries for Sunil Gavaskar. As soon as he went, it looked like it was going to face. It looked like it was that was the start of what would be a long afternoon for India in the end. 44 for... I just want to check something. Yeah, okay, that's better. 44 for... it's probably going to be a bit blurry now. No, it ain't that blurry now. 44 for Anshuman Gaywadi. 44 for just 45 deliveries. 16 for Dilip Venkashar. Dilapa Vishnath Gunapa Vishnath, the star batsman, went for 3. Binesh Patel 1. They were 106 for 5 and were in trouble. A wonderful partnership of 71 kept India within touching distance. 30 off 64 deliveries from Hindar Amanath and 51 off just 65 deliveries for Kapil Dev. His first batting performance in World Cup cricket, and he got his first 50 in his first batting appearance in the tournament. But as soon as Mohammad Amanath went out, the 6-wicket partnership of 71, as soon as Amanath was bowled, it became pretty obvious that India weren't going to win. 14 not out. There was 23 for Parshuran Gavi. 14 not out for wicketkeeper Shurinder Khanna. 2 not out for Bishim Bedi. But Shuni Venkataraman, having been whacked for 60 runs and got no wickets, was out for a 2-ball duck. One of the worst performances probably in a one-day match from a captain ever in a one-day match. They all bowled pretty well, apart from Imran Khan. As you can see, no wickets for 46. I thought he bowled poorly. 1 for 24 for Majid Khan, keeps on getting wickets. 1 for 22 for Asif Iqbal, star bowler, star all-rounder, keeps on getting wickets. I thought Madassa Nazar bowled really tidy. 10 overs, 1 for 38. Superb. 2 for 55. I think Sakinder Biat got 2 wickets at the top of the order, even though it was expensive. He really started off the fireworks for Pakistan. And incredibly, 4 for 44. He's obviously managing a side strain. He ain't played 2 matches in a row. He went for 50 in his opening match against Sri Lanka, which probably proved costly, but he's returned in this match and took his second 4-wicket haul in World Cup cricket. 4 for 44 off 10 overs for Sarfraz Nawaz, who bowled absolutely superbly. And do you know what? That is really, really quite amazing. It is exactly the same figures as he managed against the West Indies at the Oval 4 years ago in that incredible match, which Pakistan lost by 1 wicket. He took 4 for 44 from 10 overs that day and 1 man of the match award in the losing cause. He's taken 4 for 44 today, and he hasn't won man of the match, mainly due to the fact that we saw a superb century from Zaheer Abbas. So the final summary: Pakistan versus India at Kandy. Pakistan won the toss and let their bat on a hard, flat pitch. They made a magnificent 281 for 7 from their 50 overs. India batted for full 50 overs, but they were in touching distance, but Pakistan bowlers were just too good. They batted out the full 50 overs, 231 for 9. Pakistan winning comfortably in the end by 50 runs. Man of the match for his 105 off 120 deliveries, Zaheer Abbas of Pakistan. Let us have a look at the table. India had a great chance and they're now up to second in the table. They're looking very, very good in this tournament. Pakistan have only lost by 1 wicket to Sri Lanka, and they've played really well in the other 2 matches. Tomorrow's match, West Indies can become the first team from Group... Just to confirm, West Indies can become the first team from Group 2 to reach the quarterfinals with victory over Ireland. If Ireland pull off the biggest upset in the tournaments in international cricket history, they will be in the quarterfinals. So whoever wins that will be the second team to reach the World Cup quarterfinals. West Indies have been absolutely relentless so far in this tournament. We're going to have a look at the star players. As you can see, we're going to have a look at the star players for both India and Pakistan just before we wrap this up. Halfway through the tournament now in terms of the group stage anyway. 15 down, another 15 group games to go. West Indies or Ireland will become the second team to book their place in the World Cup quarterfinals. Average now for Gunapa Vishnath down to 73 now, up from about 113. Failed to get a 50 here, but 147 runs and 3 innings is pretty solid. As for Mahinder Harmanath, he's got an average now of 55. He's got an average now of 55, and he's got 8 wickets in 3 matches. As said now, he's joint leading wicket taker with Imran Khan of Pakistan and Mike Hendrick of England, averaging 13 with the ball. As for the Pakistan star players. He just finished 4 runs short of another 50, Sadiq Mohammed. 192 runs in 3 innings, and average 64. He's still having an absolute unbelievable tournament. I think he's the leading run scorer in the tournament. We'll double check that in a moment. And as for Asif Iqbal, averaging 38 with a bat and 24 with a ball. He got 22 and run himself out, but he's done okay so far. Took another wicket today, 5 wickets in 3 matches at an average of 24. That average is coming down all the time. But let's just double check on the 192. Very quickly just going through the other statistics. Yep, comfortably the leading run scorer in the tournament at the moment. Now Sadiq Mohammed. He's in great form. So that wraps up match 15 of the World Cup. A wonderfully entertaining match between Pakistan and India. Pakistan's bowling attack is too good for India. Tomorrow's match, West Indies versus Ireland for match 16 of the tournament. Whoever wins that tomorrow will become the second team to reach the quarterfinals here in Sri Lanka in this World Cup. West Indies should absolutely cakewalk that match against the Irish. Although Ireland do have a lot of pride and they'll give 100% in that match for sure. But West Indies will be red-hot favourites to win that and continue their winning run in World Cup cricket. So until tomorrow for the match report between West Indies and Ireland here in Sri Lanka in the 1979 Cricket World Cup being played on Brian Lara Cricket on PlayStation. This is me, Lawrence Howard, and I bid you good night. Good night.